Hi guys, welcome to this week outlooks and setups. So in this video we'll be looking at the major currency pairs and also be looking at crude oil. Please do not forget to subscribe, turn up your push notification and like this video. Also suggest these videos to your friends and subsequent videos would follow. And do not forget, like I said, to click on the like and subscribe button. All right, without wasting much of our time, let's just go right into the video. So first of all, let's look at what we have on the news side of things. So what news events are coming up this week? So this week we are really not having much on our plate in regards to news events. For the euro, we really do not have much besides the rates that's coming out on I think Thursday, or let's just go through it one after the other. All right, on Monday you can see we have the US holiday, so I don't think anything special is going to happen on Monday. On Tuesday we have a couple of news coming out, but nothing significant to be worried about. On Wednesday we have pound CPI, which will be coming out on Wednesday, and on Thursday we equally have the euro rates coming out. And on Thursday also we have some unemployment claim and retail sales data coming out. On Friday, nothing special besides nothing. So nothing really for this week. But that does not mean the week can't still be volatile. Things can still happen and the market keeps moving as usual. But at least we really don't have those huge news like CPI we experienced last week, NFP we experienced every first Friday of the week, and all those significant news that moves the market in funny and crazy way. So with that already being said, let's go to the chart. So starting up on the DXY, we can clearly see that we are still reacting off this weekly level, which has been tapped before. Right now we tapped it again right here. And as you can see price is already reacting off it. We started reacting off that zone last week, which is this huge 2 weeks ago, which was the non-farm payroll week. And you can see how we closed pretty much very bullish on the dollar, eventually taking this previous weekly um high right here. If you go on daily time frame, you see it very more, it comes more clear to you. And then now you can see the dollar is trying to push up, although I expected a strong a strong bullish continuation after we closed 2 weeks ago, which was the non-farm payroll week. This bullish, but it's what it is. We are able to only make this amount of push of the dollar this week. Now going to the daily time frame, what do we have on the daily time frame? You can clearly see that we already had this push. We had little action this week, but what am I looking at this week? I'm looking at we coming back into tapping this base. I call it a base because it's not a clear impulse correction move like you have right here. You have within these legs here, and I believe you understand what I'm talking about. So what I'll be looking at is either price push to the upside, drop into this base, and then we continue from there to the upside, or price just opens, comes into the base, and then we continue to the upside. Although that is not to take away the fact that I'm still also expecting a much deeper push into this anywhere around this zone to continue to look for buys to the upside. So overall, going into the new week, I can say I am still bullish on the dollar. So I'm still looking to buy the dollar going into this new week. The next thing on our table is the Euro USD. Now, as you know, since I'm bullish on the dollar, it's obvious that I'll be bearish on the euro. So let's look at it from a weekly time frame. Now, on a weekly time frame, you can see that this supply zone, which created this shift, weekly shift, we are still trapped within the supply zone. So right now, you can see clearly that we've created a M pattern, and it is normal that after you create the M pattern, it's normal for price to do it. Let me zoom out so that you can see. It's normal for price to come back to the neckline and then continue to the downside. So overall, at the moment, I'm shifting bearish on the euro. I'm shifting bearish on the euro. So let's go to the daily time frame so that we can have more data to look at. Now, what do we have on the euro on the daily time frame? We have this base right here, just like we did DXY. So I'm looking at a situation where we can eventually tap that this base. So I'm looking at we tapping into this base and continue to the downside, or we eventually break above this base to tap into this weekly neckline of the M pattern that was created on the weekly time frame. So something like this, and then we continue to the downside. So either ways, I'm still bearish on the euro. I'm looking to either go short from this daily base, or go short of this weekly neckline, which is the completion of our um previous M pattern that was created on the weekly time frame. As you can see, we have the M pattern. We already created a shift here, so we are looking at either selling off here or selling off here. So going into this week, I'm actually bearish on the euro dollar. So if we go to the 4 hour time frame, pardon me, if we go to the 4 hour time frame, it's still same situation for me. Nothing special or different. We don't really have much to say on the 4 hour time. Now let's go to the pound USD. That's the GBP USD. Starting off the weekly time frame, let me zoom this out. You can clearly see that we are now trending to the upside on the pound. After we created this shift, which I at a point thought was going to be a sign for us to start trending to the downside, you can clearly see that price has broken above this previous swing high right here. Price has broken above, and it's clear that the pound is looking to continue to the upside. But at the moment, we have this price action in play, and right here I'll be looking at this weekly demand level right here holding. But if this weekly demand level do not hold, then I'll be looking at deeper level like right here to look to buy and eventually see if we continue to the downside. But for now, I'm still pretty much bullish on the pound until this low is being taken out. By the time we take out this low and close below, hopefully if we do that this week, then I'll be fully shifting bearish on the dollar. But for now, because of sorry, on the pound dollar. So but because of the way the dollar is looking at, I'll be pretty much more careful trading the pound USD this week. Now let's go to the daily time frame where we'll see a more clearer view. Now as you can see, this was the low I was talking about, and ever since we tapped into that zone, this demand zone, you can clearly see that the price action is slowing down. You know, we had this huge candle, another huge candle, but ever since we made contact with this demand zone or support level, you can see price is slowing down. So for now, nothing really much to say about the pound on my own end, besides maybe I'm just going to wait on my hands and see the opportunity that the charts provide. Let's see on the 4 hour, probably we are going to see anything special, nothing special. So what I'm just going to do on the pound is I'm just going to wait and see what price gives. Going to wait and see what price gives. Hopefully, if we get, I think the only reason why I'll be buying the pound is if we get something like a close above this point right here. If we take out all this liquidity and we close above right here, we have a candle close above right here, then I can be looking to buy the pound. But anything besides that, I stay bearish for now on the pound, considering the way the DXY is looking. So that's that about the pound. Let's go to a pair I've been looking at, the pound chef. The pound chef right now is giving. I know why I'm saying giving, in the sense that the pound chef right now is actually trending let me say it's trending okay. On the weekly time frame, as you can see, we have quite a messy chart, but what I just want to pay attention to right is just the price action within this circle right here that I drew. Pardon me. Now if you look clearly, you find out we have this M pattern right here, and normally after an M pattern is formed, we expect price to pull back to the neckline to complete that M pattern and go to the downside. But what we are having right here is, after we see price pulled back into this neckline, price pushed down but refused to continue to the downside, and ever since we had what, we had a bullish close above, and now we have a price push to the downside. Suddenly now, what I'm paying attention to is I'm paying attention to the price action happening around here. Let's go to the daily time frame so that we can see even much more better. Now you can see I have this marked here. This is a base that actually fueled the push, the bullish move to the upside. Now price is making its way down, and as you can see clearly, price is kind of becoming a mess when you look at it right here. Although this is a channel, if you look at it from this perspective, but we are still what, this zone, it shows that this zone is still trying to hold price so that price could what, push to the upside. Now it is not guaranteed that price could push from here and continue to the upside. We can keep seeing price going downwards and even more deeper into this lower level of daily demand or daily support. So what I'm actually looking at is, let's go to the 4 hour. I think the 4 hourly is more clearer, so let's pay attention to the more 4 hourly. As you can see, we trended to the upside, came down, up, came down, and then we had our shift that happened right here. And ever since we had that shift, you can see we had our move to the upside. Then we keep what, taking out the lows while we are protecting the high. So it is pretty clear to us that at the moment we are protecting resistance or supply levels, and what, we are violating what, support or demand levels. So right here last week, the market was quite in a range. We took one trade of GBPCHF last week, which was the move from, no, not here, the move from right here. We explored that move down into this point where we exited. It was a good one last week, but at the moment it is clear to everyone that this 4 hour time frame is slowly going into a range. So what would I be looking at next week? What I'm looking at next week is simple. I'll be looking for price for us to get a candle close below or above this zone, because if you look at, we had a push, a drop, a push, a drop. So it means all of this price action that has been happening right here is just a moves that are happening within this, high and this low. So I would want to see price either closing above the high or below this low before I can decide whether I want to continue selling. Because right now I'm looking at, I'm still on the sell side on pound check. Pending the time I'm going to get a 4 hour time frame shift, and then I'll look towards to join the buys to the upside. So basically that's what I'm looking out for on pound check. Now going to the last thing we are going to look at, which is crude oil. Crude oil for this week, let's see the weekly time frame. The weekly time frame is a little bit messy, but it clearly shows you that there was a what, W pattern right here. If we go to the daily time frame, we are going to see it clearer. So let's just do just that. Now you can see we had this W pattern right here, and it is expected that after a W pattern, price is expected to drop to the neckline before we continue to the upside. Now last week right here, the crude oil gave us an opportunity right here, because this is a base right here. That's why I say I marked it. So we have a base right here. Let me quickly show you that opportunity. This base right here produced an opportunity last week, which if you go down to your depending on the time frame you use, if you go down to your 15 minutes time frame, I think it was pretty much clear. You can see clearly we had price tapped into the zone, we had a shift right here, and then if you had something like this, because this is the traditional trade one would have taken right here, you could have had your trade in play. But that's not what we are paying attention to. Let's go back to our analysis. So right now price has reacted off this zone, or should I say off this base. Price tapped into this base and has reacted, and we are looking to see if crude oil is going to continue to the outside. So going into this week, what would I be looking at? I'll be looking at crude oil either taking out this high, this daily high right here. So I'll be looking at crude oil taking out this daily high right here, or probably just coming to take out this low in form of some sort of grabbing the liquidity below this low, and then we have the real move to the upside that's going to take out this high happening. So either way, I am still very much bullish on crude oil, which means even price drops to the downside, take out this previous low that was created and present an opportunity for me to go long. I'm definitely taking that, considering the fact that if you look at, we have our move from here down, up, and then if we have anything coming down here, I still will be looking at buying. I'll still be looking at buying the crude oil. So basically, summary of everything we have talked about. On the dollar, I'm bullish for the week. I might be wrong. You need to keep that in mind. Everything I'm saying does not mean, the fact that I said I am bullish on the dollar does not mean the market has to be bullish. Everything we are saying here is we analyzing the market according to what we can see on the charts. So I'm staying bullish on the dollar, and I'm looking to sell the euro. I'm looking to be neutral. I'm neutral on the pound. Let me just keep it that way. It doesn't mean if I get an opportunity to buy the pound, I'm not going to buy. I'm definitely buying GBPUSD if I get an opportunity to. I'm going to say I'm neutral at the moment, pending when the markets open and I see what the market does. On GBPCHF, I am actually on the sell side, pending the time we have a candle close above one of these highs after we break out of this range that we are in. While on crude oil, I still remain bullish for now, pending the time the chart presents something different that makes me switch my bias to be bearish. So that is that for the week on this weekly Forex outlook and setup. So during the week, please do not miss our crude oil breakdown during the week. Do not also miss our currency pair breakdown during the week, which is going to be coming up on Wednesday and Thursday, 12:30 p.m. Yeah, depending on where you will be watching the video from. So remember to smash the like button. Also join our Telegram group community. The link will be in the description. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.